Radio. Tonight is definitely a late night. What's up, homies? How's everybody doing today? Today, what I'm gonna talk about is I'm going to get into the stories of what led up to my first shoe, my first pegada, and all that. But it's kind of an interesting beginning how everything comes together. It starts way back in the county jail, LA County, but it actually carries over to when I get to prison. Anyways, what I want to do is I wanted to tell you a couple of a story about. Hey, fucker.
My bad.
You had to do that now, right? There's the middle of the film. Like, you're acting asleep and shit or whatever. And as soon as I say radio, the motherfucker wakes up and shit. All right, look. You gotta get back G with it. This is what happened. Fucking asshole. This is a story about some of the dumb shit, the funny shit that I've been through in my cell. You know what I mean? Like a couple cell stories, some stupid shit, embarrassing shit, funny shit, whatever. Okay, trip out on this. There's a couple of them. One of them is, which one should I tell first? I got one. How about this? When I was in Pelican Bay Shoe, my cellie had just taken off to one of my shoes. I don't fucking remember which one. It could have been the first, second, whatever. So one of the homies and he ended up having to go to court or something, so he was gone. Well, the homies in the pod asked me, hey, can we bring someone over? Someone that, was he's a big name. And one of the white dude, big homies, what to say, one of the legends that white shot rock, that guy. Well, he was gonna be my cellie. They asked how I felt about him coming over to cell up. I said that's cool, you know what I mean? It's all good. But so they said, okay, we're gonna put in the paperwork. Well, while I was waiting, a couple of days passed. So I had a couple of days alone in the cell, you know what I mean, just to myself. That was nice. It was a nice change because I'm used to, we always have a cellie in the Pelican Bay Shoe. You're with this motherfucker 24 hours. You know what I mean? And it's kind of a lot. You know what I mean? But every day you go to the little yard by yourself, hour and a half, whatever, and it doesn't matter the weather because it gives your cellie a time for some alone time and you time out to get some air. But it's whack. Basically just walking in circles the whole fucking time, doing some push-ups, some burpees, whatever. I got my boxers and I made some fucking the strings and pulled the strings out of them and the rubber and made a fucking handball and shit. I was playing handball by myself out there. It was kind of stupid. If you run that motherfucker, I believe we figured it out. It was like 107 laps or something. It was a mile. Whatever. It didn't matter. The point is, it gave you, your cellie, some free time and you some free time. Well, this is the first time I've ever been alone in my cell, right? And I was waiting for the legend to move in. Well, what happened was, one day, because I was only alone for a couple of days, but one day I was sitting there and I started working out and it was late. I don't know why I had some extra energy. I don't know what the fuck. And it was after movement. There was no more movement, no more chow. It was already after dinner. It was after everything. I just said that, right? My bad. Well, it was late in the evening. I don't know, maybe 8, 9 o'clock. I don't know. I started busting down again, working out. And what I used to do like, fuck. The holes, because the front of the cell is a bunch of little holes. And so if you there's like 100 and something holes from the top to the bottom. So I get rolled up toilet paper and I start at the top and do sets of 10s or 20 just real quick. Just 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever. And to the bottom, from top to the bottom, it's 100 and something. So times 10, that's like 1,000. Sometimes I do sets of 20. That's like 2,000 push-ups a day. Easy. And I do that within, I don't know, an hour or something. I don't know the exact time, but it was pretty quick. And some people don't believe that 1,000, 2,000 a day, but no, it's not that hard, you know, especially when you're doing sets of 10 to 20. So I had worked out later that evening. I worked out in the morning, but I worked out again. And like I mentioned before, we didn't have mandatory workout, even though I had some big homies, some Phillies in my section. The point is, you lead by example. That's the whole point. So I've never been told to work out. I've always just automatically work out. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. You know what I mean? So I worked out late that evening. You know what I mean? So I worked out. Because I said I didn't have a celly for a couple of days. So when I worked out, the funny thing is, earlier that day, this is what I leave out. They're like, hey, they hit the cell door. You want to go to the yard? You know, it's by yourself, the walk alone yard in Pelican Bay Shoe. So I said, yeah. So I went to the yard, and while I was in there, these motherfuckers hit my cell. They do that from time to time, random cell search. They came and they hit my cell. I was like, these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Came back up and shit all tossed up, whatever. I put all my shit away. Didn't think nothing of it. And then that's when later on that evening, I was working out. I went to go, so when I work out, you wear, I used to wear 2 sets of boxers. I had 2 sets, total of 4 pairs. You wear 2, one on top of the other, and as habit, whatever. I mean, just because I don't know, I can't explain. It's like a pair of shorts, because I had a bigger pair that I used to wear on top of the smaller pair. Well, so I went, I washed them, I worked out, and they're all sweaty, so I washed them up, and I hung them up. I went to grab my other pair, they were gone. I was like, what the fuck? Those motherfuckers. When they hit the cell, they took, because any extra, like, state shit, any extra whatever they call it contraband, they take it. So they took my fucking boxers. I was like, these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? What a fucking bunch of putos, you know what I mean? Well, I had the 2, but they were wet. And I had no fucking dry boxers. I ain't this about a bitch. I said, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? I thought, well, I'll just lay down with no clothes on. What the fuck didn't happen, right? There's no more movement. It's late at night. It's like, at this time, it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. Nothing's going to happen. I figured, well, I'll just wait till they dry. Maybe at 1 in the morning or something, or 2, they'll be dry, and I'll get up and I'll fucking slide them on before breakfast in the morning. You know what I mean? I wasn't really tripping. So I've never done this before in my life, and to this day, I've never done it again. Like, so I went to bed butt-ass naked, thinking like, what the fuck? So I'm under the sheets and shit, and I'm like, hey, this feels kind of cool. It's kind of crazy. You know, I'm feeling myself and shit, like, because I never slept naked before in my life. And I still haven't, you know what I mean? Because I have this damn phobia, like, what if there's a fire? We got to run out butt-ass naked and shit. Well, so I'm laying there and thinking it's all good, because what are the chances of something's going to happen? But my luck? Nah. I don't got that luck. Sure enough, I swear to God, at fucking like midnight or something, I'm asleep, the fucking cell door opens up, some fool walks in. I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was having a nightmare. I jump up. I'm like, what's up, fool? And he's like, what's up? And he came in aggressive and shit. And I was like, what's up, man? What's up? He's like, what's up? Are you good? He's like, you good? I said, I'm good. Are you good? And he's like, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, are you good? What's up with you? You good? And I didn't understand what the fuck was going on, because I was still trying to wake up and gain my bearings. I'm like, you good? And I'm going to tell you who it was. Fuck it. Alacran from Old Town, National City. Cool as fuck. If you out the fool, give me a fucking holler and shit, you know what I mean? But from OTNC, that's funny, because I happen to be out in San Diego right now. That was my boy. And I'm hoping everything's good with him. I'm hoping he's alive. I'm hoping he's in good standing. But Safu comes in, he's like, you good? You good? I'm like, yeah. And fucking... He looked at me, are you good? I didn't understand his question. Like, what the fuck's wrong with this cat? And I'm like, why are you asking me that? He looked down. He said, because you're naked, fool. I'm butt-ass naked like this, fool. And he thinks I'm a fucking J-cat. Well, what happened with this motherfucker, I guess when he got off the bus, the cops, they'll set you up sometimes, right? Well, for whatever reason, if there's a J-cat or a fool that's talking shit, and they'll send someone in there or send you in the cell so you can fucking get down with some fool. Well, I don't know, for whatever reason, when you off the bus, they put him in a cell with some piece of shit on purpose. And it's because they knew, because that fool's a rider, right? And that fool's like, beep, 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 beep. And then I'm fucking smashing this fool, because I don't know what he was. He's some J-Cat, so they had to do the paperwork and all that shit. And by the time everything was whatever, they went to go put him in another cell, which is my cell, but that's why it was so late, because they had all that incident earlier. They go put him in my cell. The cell door opens. I jump up and I'm fucking naked. We don't be rolling naked. I'm fucking butt ass naked. Like, whoop, my dick. And he's like, "You all right? You all right?" He thought it was another fucking J-Cat. But it's just fuck. Kind of embarrassing, no, real embarrassing. So then I was like you, oh fuck. So I put on my fucking boxers. They were dry at this point, and he want to know now. He want to know like, why the fuck are you naked for? I was like, I tried to explain to him. I was like, yeah. He's like, whatever. But we just laughed and shit. Then he waved to the gunner, the control, whatever. He's like, it's all good. After that, man, with my boys and shit. He's a good ass silly. I never got the legend. He ended up moving in with his stepson or something. I don't know what happened with that, but I got the homie from OTNC and shit. That was cool, and he's good people, or he was. I don't know. I hope it's all good still. I haven't talked to him. Then we kept in contact for a few years, but I don't know whatever happened. You know, shit happens. And so that was that funny story. And the other one that I had was, okay, when I'm in high desert, right? I end up with my cellie. I don't know if I should say his name. I had a homie from Inglewood that I don't know, I had a lot of love for. You know, I know him from the street. I know him from jail. I know him. Period. He passed away, and it don't fucking matter. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna say his name. Well. It's whatever. Point is, he was my boy. I know he got into some trouble and shit. That's why, you know, because he was caught up in the politics and shit. And I don't know what the fuck happened. Actually, I do know what happened, but it's like, I don't know. I won't talk about it. So, but the funny story is, but like I said, he's gone now. So, this cat, like I said, we go back to the streets. He's from Inglewood and shit. My hood was like, we're out of Venice, but we were, a lot of us in Inglewood and shit. And well, I see him. I'm like, what's up? And without the whole story on him, the backstory on him, I'm just gonna skip to the funny shit. So he couldn't tattoo, but for some reason he knew how to fix tattoo guns. I don't know. So everybody used to always shoot their tattoo guns to us, or to him, because he would know how to hook them up and fix them and build them and shit. He couldn't tattoo for shit, but he knew how to fix the gun. And I think he knew how to make the ink too. Well, so what happened was, one day we're getting all drunk and shit, you know, Pruno, and someone shoots him a tattoo gun, and I don't know where the fucking ink came from, but we had ink. And it was just to fix the gun. But we're over there drunk, and we're like acting fools and shit. We're like dancing around in the cell, acting stupid and shit. We're not yelling out the cell, putting ourselves on blast or anybody like that, or anything like that. But we're having a good time. We got the music going. The homies are tripping on us. They're just laughing at us. You guys are dumb, you know? And so we're just enjoying. We're trying to make the best of a bad situation. So we're having fun and shit. And it's funny. You see these gangster motherfuckers, and we're over there dancing some dumbass shit, you know? Fucking some cardigans, fucking love me, say that you love. And we're just laughing. We fucking, it was funny as shit. I had some good times with that motherfucker. What ends up happening is I'm all drunk as fuck, right? And he's drunk as fuck. And I get the tattoo gun. I can write. I got some handwriting and shit. He don't, but I do. And I said, hey, fool. I said, let me put me better on my mouse on your neck, Holmes. I'm gonna put me better on my, he goes, go for it, dog. Go, dog. And so my girl's always saying, where the fuck is, what's that other shit on here? She's like, you never show my name. Well, anyways, it's like, this is on fucking shit. Let me see here. Hold on. It's like, this is on. Right. There it is. See? But, back to the story. So what happens is, she's like, you never know, My apologies. I do that sometimes. Back to the story. So what happened is, what happened was, I was like, I'll put me better mouse in the neck. He's like, go ahead, Holmes. You're put that shit. You're my fucking dog. Go ahead. I said, all right. So I grabbed the fucking machine and I'm about to fucking tattoo his neck. And I'm like, one of us had to have some common sense, right? So I was like, nah. We're going to regret that shit in the morning. I already know. So I'll tell you what. Let's put it somewhere where we can like cover it up or something. Because I know we're going to be fucking hating in the morning. And he's like, no, it don't matter, Holmes. It don't matter. He was a little bit drunker than I was. I'm like, no. Fuck it. Give me your foot. So he takes off his sock. And I tattoo on his foot, the top of his foot, mi perro mouse, right? And he's like, it's feed me. He goes, now it's your turn, fool. I said, what do you mean my turn? I ain't gonna put that shit on me. Fuck you. And he wanted to put his name, mi perro fucking his name, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, hell no. He's like, you gonna do me like that? Mouse, you gonna do me like that? And I'm like, fuck, that wasn't part of the deal, man. He made me feel bad. So he's like, all right, fuck it. So, he goes to put his name on my fucking foot. Ugly as shit because he can't write for shit. So he can't handwrite. So he went to do it and he's blind in one eye and shit. And he went to fucking whatever to put it. And then when he went to spell his name, he spelled his name wrong. There's a K. He spelled with the K. But he did it with the R. I said, who's that? He goes, oh, fuck. And he tried to cross it out. Then he turned it into a K. Oh, my God. It's horrible. Ugly. I still got it to this day. Mi perro, this ugly-ass name on my fucking foot. And I'm like, that's crazy as shit. So we woke up in the morning, of course, headaches. Oh, my God. With that pruno, you get a fucking hangover. Not Malia's crudo. Sorry. No Malia's here. Never. Crudo. Not crudo in this noodle, but just crudo, right? So we're hungover, we got fucking headaches, whatever the fuck. You know, the homies, no one's mad at us. We were never disrespectful because there's been situations where fools, the homies be drinking and they be fucking up, dog. And then they go, you know, they're getting just, but nothing like that. The thing is, we were having fun. Well, I was about to be alone in the cell for a couple more days because now I'm no longer, by the way, we're in high desert. This fool's married. He used to he had his wife used to come, and he'd take off for the weekend, he'd come back, and that's where he's caught up into whatever he's caught up in, because he had clavo and all that. Well, anyways, that's neither here nor there, as they say. He went to his visit, his family visit, his boneyard visit with his wife. He came back 2 days later, or however many days. What is it? 2 days, 2 nights, 3 days, or whatever the fuck you're gone for. But he ended up making it because he didn't have no write-ups or nothing for a certain amount of time. I don't remember what it was back then. Maybe 6 months without a write-up. I don't remember. I never fucking been married and fucking been in jail to do like family visits and shit. So whatever. Point is, he went and he came back, and this fool had fucking hickeys and shit, right, from his lady. And this piece of shit, know what he said? Oh my God, I can fucking, dude, if I can choke this motherfucker, because, you know, like I said, we're solid, we're solid, confidence, whatever. Motherfuckers, our characters, if someone's got to laugh in there, right? The homies come by, they're like, what's up, fool? Because that fool got a clavo, right? He got what he's got. And he brought it back. Well, he's handling his business, whatever. But when they come to the cell, this fool got hickeys and shit. Hickeys. And then he goes and he turns, hey, you want to see my new tattoo? And he put his fucking foot up. This is me, Pedro Mouse on there. He goes, that's my boy right there. He goes, look at this. We got love. This is love. And see, not everybody knew he went to a fucking family visit. This motherfucker, not everybody knew he went to a fucking family. Because like I said, no one knows all his business. And then you know, the sections are small, and it was like fools coming through, like the porter or whatever. They didn't even know he went to a family visit. This fool got this ninja, got hickeys, and he said, "Yeah, I got that from my boy Mouse." Man, fuck you, fool. Fuck it. He's lying, dog. And he's like, "Oh man, hey fool, why you doing me like? Why you not?" Like that. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. He's telling people this fool got hickeys. This fool got hickeys. Not funny, but kind of funny and shit. And he's trying to bang. He's like, man, you know, it's my homie. He goes, this mouse, man, you know, look at that, look at that. He goes, you don't believe it? Look at the tattoo I got on my foot. It's got his name. I have my name on his foot. Tattoos on his excuse me. My name tattooed on his foot. Fucking hickeys on his neck and shit. Oh my fucking God. He's like, show me your foot, dog. Hey, we got each other's name. Oh my God. And these are fucking we're level 4 fucking high desert fucking straight killers and shit. This dingbat is fucking talking about, look at, we got matching tattoos and he got hickeys and shit, man. Fuck you, fool. But shit, it was funny as shit. But obviously they knew he went to visit and stuff with his lady. But a couple of dumbass situations that were fun. Oh, when I was in the hole in Avenal, when I picked up to the murder right there, and that, I don't care if you believe it or not, it's really happened. It was so hot. It was summertime or whatever fucking month it was, but it was hot, and the toilets, they used to flush nonstop. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? Well, now I don't do that. I think it's like 2 flushes in a fucking 30 minutes or something now. But anyways, back then it was nonstop. We had nothing to do in Ad Seg. We had nothing to do in there. No fucking nothing. I wasn't have no, especially when we first got there. Me and whoever my celly was at the time from Valerio. Well, I know his name, but it just doesn't matter. The point is, we would be in there fucking doing just some crazy dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because we were bored as fuck. But what we did was we ended up getting extra towels, and we tightened them real tight, and we did the bottom of the door and all the cracks, and I swear to God, and we plugged up the fucking toilet and just flushed that shit. Like non-fucking stop until, it took hours and hours and hours, and they didn't even notice. And then that fucking cell, it fucking filled up. It filled up to like, I don't know, not our knee. Our knee is a little bit high, but we'll just say, I don't know, about that fucking deep. The whole fucking cell, I swear to God, we're like in the cell, like floating in the water, like it was funny as shit. And then when they seen it, the cell finally seen it. They fucking, what the fuck? They opened up the cell door and it was like a fucking flight going over the fucking, because we're upstairs over the second tier to the bottom. Fucking water, everything wet his pants. They were pissed. They were mad about that one. Oh, one more when we were in Avenal Hole. Fucking, back then we didn't, it's different. Level 2 is different. And we didn't have we were young. We didn't have no fucking rules. Don't give a fuck. I told you. With that, without further ado, I'm gonna end this fucking story. And what I want to do, what I'm gonna do is I am going to put a song, you know, got to put a song, and then oh, that's what I was gonna say. My next videos, I want to talk about like my county jail stay, and then leading up to the pen, and then my first payout, my second and third, and all that shit, and go from there. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, you guys know the deal. I shouldn't have to even ask you. I shouldn't have to tell you. Smash that what like button. Okay, to everybody, shout out. It's love and respect from the quarter. Keep it solid, keep it solid, and radio. Tonight is definitely a late night. Dale gas.
Yeah. Lord, forgive me for my sins. The people I hurt were not innocent. I right my wrongs, karma comes back again. That bitch is merciless, no pretend. I thank you, Lord, for my kids, Brianna, Gabriel, and Jonathan, my blessing. A second chance with Isaiah, it's a win. To make up for the mistakes, where do I begin? Loving you is easy, it's true, but the time I miss makes me feel blue. Mariah, baby, you're my dream come true. To your ex, much respect, it's overdue. I thank you, Lord, for my kids, Brianna, Gabriel, and Jonathan, my blessing. A second chance with Isaiah, it's a win. To make up for the mistakes, where do I begin? Thank you, Lord, for Ruben Dez and little Jess, guiding lights in the darkness, I confess. Family and forgiveness, nothing less. Learning from the past, putting my heart to the test. Lord, forgive me, I'm trying to be my best. For my kids, my family, I'll give my all no rest. Healing the wounds, leaving the past suppressed. A new beginning, a future blessed. A match of hand.